First of all, Karim, can you hear me well? Everyone can hear me well? You can
Yes,
confirm,
yes.
Karim. Okay, thank you so much. This is our fourth session, and we discussed many topics and many interesting facts about digital SAT. We said how many modules and how many questions in every module and how much time you need to answer each module. And we said that we have 4 domains in which all the types of questions are classified in the English section according to them, of course. And we discussed finite and non-finite, subject-verb agreement, and verb tenses in the previous session. And all these topics belong to the fourth domain, the fourth domain that has to do with the English conventions, the English conventions. Okay, so let's now start by checking the homework. So the first, our session is divided into 3 or 4 sections. We're gonna see now. The first section, we're gonna check the homework of the previous session. I posted a sheet right after the previous session, and you were required to complete answering its questions. I sent you the model answer, the answer key for all the questions, and you were required to check your answers in order to mark your mistakes, to ask me about them. Because definitely, if you guys made a mistake after you attended the session and after you revised the tips that I gave, after you rewatched the session on YouTube, then there must be a problem. With a certain point, you might not be concentrating while I said it or I mentioned it during the session. So definitely you have to write it down and try to pass a piece of advice for your own self in order not to make or repeat the same exact mistake. Okay, so we will start by checking. I'm gonna see the questions with you now. Okay, just a second. And I'm gonna, of course, welcome you to raise your hand if you need to ask about a question that you were unsure about. So let's see. Who's the first one to inquire about the first question? Yes. Now I'm gonna take Ahmed Mahmoud. Ahmed Mahmoud, did you find any mistakes?
No.
You didn't?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
found the mistake.
Which one?
Question number 2. I didn't
Question,
understand it.
yeah, okay, this one, dear.
Yes, I put it B.
You chose B. Okay, stay
Yeah.
with me and don't mute your mic, ya Ahmed. Okay?
Okay.
Nice. Now, Ahmed chose B, which is in which tense this is B? Choice B is in which tense? Can you see?
Present perfect.
Is it present?
Past.
Yes, amazing. When I see had, that's past, definitely past. And when there is a past participle, like the third form of the verb, it's gonna be called past perfect tense. Anyways, guys, it's in the past, right? Do you agree with me?
Yes.
It's in the past. Amazing. Right, let's read and see why the right answer says it's A, which is in the present tense, right?
Yeah.
Present tense. While you went for the past tense, let me read. Can you read, please?
Okay. In recent years, economists around the world have created new tools that quantify the overall well-being of a country's citizens. Economists in India, for example, Use an ease of living index. This tool blank economic potential, sustainability,
Sustainability.
and citizens' quality of life.
Nice. Great job. I haven't seen, to be honest, I haven't seen one single um, main verb in the past tense. Have you seen one?
No.
So, did you figure out why your answer is wrong?
Yeah.
I didn't find a keyword that refers to the past, a main verb that can refer to the past, and even when I found the word tool, tools, okay, the what? The tense of the main verb that is related to tools was in or is in the present tense. Is it clear?
Yes, okay.
Okay, that's
Yes.
why A is correct. So first of
Thank
all,
you. Thank you, teacher.
anytime, dear. So you need to write for you, and this is very important, guys. When you take a lesson, you study its tips. If you feel that you were overwhelmed during the session or you weren't concentrating that much, then you must re-watch the video of the session. Okay, after rewatching or while you are watching the session, you are writing down the tips that the teacher mentioned in the session. Okay, then after you studied and wrote, and after you wrote all the tips and so on in a very nice handwriting, you need to answer the assigned homework sheet. Okay, after answering the homework sheet, you need to check your mistakes, check your answers. How many mistakes did you get? Okay, then you have to mark your mistakes to ask your teacher about them because you must understand them. Definitely because they are related to some weaknesses that you need to overcome. If you forget about them and if you ignore and you didn't care about asking and inquiring, you will not be proceeding. You will not be progressing. You need to have what? You need to have a full score or even a closer one to the full score. So how come you're gonna achieve your goal when you keep your weaknesses as they are? No. Now, our friend Ahmed made use of his mistake in order to learn how to overcome such a similar mistake in the future. Now, let's go for another student. Zaina. Yes, Zaina. Did you
Yes.
find out that you made a mistake?
Yes, miss. Question number 17.
17. Okay, we have 20 questions, guys, in this sheet. So this is 20. I will go for number 17. That one, right?
Yes.
Okay, stay with me and don't mute your mic kindly.
Okay.
Which answer you went for, dear?
I went for B.
For B. Okay, do you know I mean, tell me the type of this question. Is it verb tense or subject verb agreement or finite and non-finite?
Is it verb tense?
Wait, I'll tell you something. Since we have the same verb with different forms, the first option you need to check is subject verb agreement. Okay? Search for or check for, like check for the singular and the plural forms of the verb. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes.
That's the first thing when you're dealing with a question, having the same verb but with different forms. Is it clear?
Yes.
Right. The second step, if you find the 3-to-1 ratio the 3-to-1 ratio. Okay? Ratio regarding the singular and the plural forms. What shall we do regarding? I'm sorry. That's regarding. Huh?
It is a
It's a subject
verb agreement.
verb agreement question, and immediately you will what? And you should pick the different option. Now, look here. Do you have any differences regarding the singular and plural forms here? Are you still with me? Yes, dear.
Miss.
Okay. Now, promote, is it plural or singular?
Singular.
Now, is it singular?
Si-
Plural.
uh,
We say they promote, right?
so we use the 3-and-1 rule.
Yes, dear. The 3-to-1 ratio or the 3-to-1 hack. Plural are definitely is for plural. Have promoted, that's plural as well. But promotes
Singular.
singular. Yes, this means that it's a main verb for a singular subject, right? But let's check whether we might be mistaken, right or wrong?
Right.
Yes, dear. The African, can you read?
The African Games co-production market of one of over 180 annual international conferences supporting video games development. The growth of the African American
Promotes
promotes the growth of the African game industry by helping startup studios in Africa find partners.
amazing. You see this pink part, wait, between the two commas? This
Yes.
pink part, this is non-essential. Set off between two commas, between the subject, the main subject, which is the African Games Cooperation Market, which is a singular subject. Do you know that this one is a singular subject?
Yeah.
Since it's a title, and since it's a title, as you can see, all the words are capitalized. So it's singular, always singular. So this is a singular subject. Immediately after you read the subject or after you assign the subject, you search for its verb. So in the pink part, I didn't find any verb for this for this singular subject. This is a non-essential part that was set off by two commas. So the main verb for this singular subject must be written in the space. That's why promotes is the right answer. Is it clear?
Then how do you know if have promoted or is plural or singular?
Yeah, have, dear. We say what? They have, but it has, right?
Yes.
Are, they are,
is
but
plural.
not. Yes, they are. يبقى plural. Promote, they promote. But it promotes, right?
Yes. Miss, I have a problem between differentiating between the subject-verb agreement and the verb tenses.
Okay, nice. That's nice. That's why I told you to try these tips. When you feel like you're confused, try this one. Check for the singular and plural forms of the verb first. Okay?
Okay.
That's it. If you didn't find any, like here, مثلا, look here. Here, did you find the singular and plural forms 3-to-1 in the choices? Here,
No.
that's singular. Here, that's plural. Here, creating, can you tell if it is singular or plural?
No.
So this is not subject-verb agreement. So you're safe. Now it's either verb tense or not finite and non-finite. Okay?
Okay.
But here, this one, we tried the singular and plural first as usual, and it worked. So it's a subject-verb agreement. Apply the 3-to-1 ratio.
Okay.
Okay, done? Your problem
Yes.
is solved.
Yes, thank you, Miss.
Anytime, you have to write this down before you forget. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Take a screenshot for the time being till I pass the tips, or till you can be writing down the tips after the session. But keep the screenshot if you want. If you and send it on the group, guys, if you want, for everyone to make use of. Let's go for another student. Yes, Yusuf Ahmed.
Yes, miss.
Did you find a mistake?
Yes.
Which one?
Not sure.
When you you can
I
check
guess 18th one. No, 16.
16. Okay, you can check. Like we have a question in each page. You know, if you have a problem with page 16 or the question appears on page 16, this means that the number of the question is 16. Okay?
Okay.
So this one, which answer you went for? Is that the question you meant?
Yes.
Which one you went for?
A.
You went for A. Okay, that's a good question, and perhaps it's the, you know, the trickiest question in the sheet. You have the right to ask about it. I should thank you for it. Yusuf, you went for 8, right?
Yes.
Sorry, for A.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what's wrong with that question and what makes it يعني a little bit tricky. Now, we will go for the sentence, I mean the sentence that has the blank. Okay, the sentence that has the blank, that's the one. We're gonna read from its beginning till its end, and we're gonna assign the main verbs. First of all, is it a subject-verb agreement?
I think yes.
No, because creating is not either subject or either singular or plural. Created is not singular or plural, right?
Yes.
You don't have 3-to-1 here, so it's not subject-verb agreement. So it's either finite and non-finite or verb tense, right?
Yes.
Yes. Now, let's go. The lock would increase. So we have here the lock, that's the subject, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, that's the subject. Would increase, that's the main verb, right?
Yes.
Okay. The lock would increase the salinity of the lakes. You know, salinity has to do with how salty the lakes are. So would increase the salinity of the lakes, and this is the key word, and what I should pick one of these verb forms, right?
Yes.
Okay, and there must be a similarity between the verb form here and the verb form here, because you are adding them to each other. Would increase and would creates. Can I say
No.
that?
No.
I can't say would increases. No, after would, there must be the verb without any additions, the root of the verb, okay? The base form of the verb. Do you agree?
Yes.
So, so definitely we're gonna eliminate creating because this one doesn't have ing. Created because, of course, I want would create or create. Why, teacher? Why you want would create or create? Because I want to join them to be similar to each other because they are added using and. So I didn't find would create, but I found the create only. This means that would is a common factor? Do you know math? Are you good at math?
A bit.
A little bit. Okay, I don't like math actually. Not that good at math, but English. Okay, yes, it's my favorite subject. So would increase and would create, or would increase and create, because would here will be a common, let me write it كده in your math language, a common factor for both what? Increase and create. Does this make sense? Okay, Yusuf, can you hear
Okay.
me? Yes.
Yes, yes.
So did you understand? Okay, so here, when you have, and you can write بقى for yourself, whenever you have a mistake, you should write a tip for yourself in order to, you know, in order not to repeat that mistake. When you have and joining two verbs or two verb forms, make sure that, okay, these two verbs have the same what? The same form. They must be consistent. They must be consistent. Or you can say parallel. Or you can say or similar. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Yusuf, for such a question. Now let me move to someone else. Jude Yasser. Yes, ya Jude.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Jude.
I got number 19 wrong.
Number
I
9.
understand it now, but I got number 19 and 17 wrong.
17, I guess we
Yes, we explained it.
explained it. Now let's go for number 19. Which answer you went for?
I went for B.
You went for B, which is a future, right?
Yes, because I did
don't-
not read the rest of the question.
Oh my God, you see, now you learned what piece of advice or what tip you have to write for yourself. That's great. That's great. That's amazing, actually. So here, future, Jude said that she made it wrong because she didn't complete reading the sentence till its end, which is a very serious mistake in SAT. As long as you have a blank in the sentence, you must read from its beginning till its end, because at its end you will find a reference to the past, and the only structure or the only form that can refer to the past together with a relationship to the present, because if you can see, you will find also present in the text. So what
Yes.
exactly, which tense exactly has to be chosen? The present perfect. Present perfect. Present perfect, guys, as I told you before, the action started in the past, but continued to a recent time in the present, or you can see its effect in the present time. Is it clear?
Yes.
Or you can see its effect in the present time. This is how we study. This is how we study SAT. we study the test, the lesson, we write down the tips, collect all the tips that are related to this lesson, rewatch the session in order to make sure that we didn't miss any tip, write everything, okay, then answer the homework, then check the homework, then ask the teacher to correct us if we discover that we're mistaken regarding one of the questions. If you're not doing that, if you ignore your homework assignments, if you don't ask the teacher about your mistakes, then you're not learning. You're not gonna be achieving your goal quickly. Okay, so let's save our time by following the steps of the perfect way of studying. Thank you so much, Jude. Judy, do you have any questions?
No, thank you, teacher.
Anytime. Let me ask someone else. Yes, Hala, or yes, Hala Hassan. Hala Hassan.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, dear. Which
I have I have got mistake in actually 3 questions.
Mm-hmm. Did we cover any of them?
It's in the answer of has doubled.
Okay, can you tell me the number of the page?
Yes, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. It appears on the screen of your mobile phone.
Yes, wait a minute.
I'm waiting. Okay, that's why, guys, I sent the questions and the answers, ahead of time before the session for you to prepare your questions, knowing their numbers and what you exactly want to ask about in order not to waste time, ya Hala.
I actually got a mistake in the question of number 18.
18, okay, I guess we discussed number 18. Oh, not yet. Now, the same thing, honey. When you see the same exact verb with different forms, what is the first thing you check for?
Can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, when you, we have allow, right? The verb allow in different forms, right?
Yes.
What is the first thing you have to check for? Whether you have...
The tense of the verb, or like...
No, this is not the first step.
I think
Singular
we check
and
if
singular,
whether if the
singular...
sentence
No,
is on the verb.
The verb forms, whether they are in how many singular forms and how many plural forms. If you have in the choices singular forms and plural forms, then this is a subject-verb agreement. Then you have to apply 3:1 ratio. This is the very first step you have to do when you see the same verb with different forms. Is it clear?
Yes.
So do you see now we have one singular form and the other 3 are plural?
Yeah.
That's singular, that's plural, that's plural, that's plural. Then it's what?
It's
Subject.
3:1 ratio.
Yeah, 3:1 subject-verb agreement. So what is the answer now?
It's allows.
Yes. Where is the subject, yeah, teacher, that is singular? You're gonna see. Okay, you're gonna see here. The classic children's board game, this one, is a version of an ancient Nepalese game, whatever. Okay, so we're done with this whole sentence. I'm gonna start from this sentence. I'm sorry to distract you. In both games, players encounter good or bad spaces while traveling along a path. Okay, Landing on one of the good spaces. What is the subject here if you know?
I think it's players.
No, as long as you have seen a semicolon, خلاص, we are starting a new sentence. Okay? So,
Okay, thank you.
landing on one of the good spaces, which word of these words you can say it's the subject?
Landing. Starting from the word
Excellent.
land.
Landing. Landing is a gerund. Didn't we take the gerund last time? Gerund?
Yes, I think.
Yes, dear. And gerunds بقى, for your information, I said it last time also. Gerunds are always singular. Is it clear? Gerund
Yes.
means the verb plus ing. That's why I keep telling you what, review the video of the session. Rewatch the video of the session because the session has many pieces of information that you need to memorize and understand very well, because once you take the many topics in SAT, you are gathering information, gathering pieces of information. So you have to keep them in a safe place, written in a very good handwriting, and you keep reviewing them every now and then. And whenever you add to them, you have to review this review over and over again, in order to let every piece of information get stuck in your mind. Okay? And in order for you to apply all these tips while you're dealing with the questions. Okay, dear? So
Yes.
last time we said the gerund, that the gerund is a verb plus ing, and it can act as a noun in the subject place, in the object place, wherever. And gerunds are always singular when it comes to the subject place. So landing on one of the good spaces allows a player. طيب, in order to save our time and effort and everything, خلاص, once you see 3-to-1 ratio, once you try checking for plural and singular forms, you apply 3-to-1 ratio, and that's it. Here we go. Letter A is the right answer because it's different. Is it clear?
Yes, thanks.
Okay, anytime. Thank you so much. Let's go for another volunteer. Yes, thank you. You can mute your mic, Hala. Thank you. Lujain, Isam. Yes,
Yes.
dear.
I got question 20 wrong. I didn't understand it a lot.
The last question. Okay. The same exact mistake. What did you hear me talking to your friend Judy Hala?
Yes.
Okay, what did I tell her? If you have the same verb but in different forms, what is the first step you need to check for? Singular or plural? Singular or plural, right?
Yes.
Singular. This is what?
Were plural?
Have been.
No, plural.
Plural. Have is they have. Okay, try they and she. She have or they have?
They have.
They have, so it's plural. Has been, has.
Singular.
Singular. Excellent. Okay, then are.
Plural.
Plural. So do you have 3-to-1?
Yes.
So what
C.
is the answer?
C.
Yes, and if you check for the subject, you will find the hair writing. Hair writing is what is a singular subject, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Guys, please, I guess you will get out of this session knowing that Whenever we have the same verb in the choices but in different forms, the first thing we're gonna do is to check for the 3-to-1 ratio. If it didn't work, if it wasn't there, خلاص, we can check for the verb tenses and finite and non-finite thingy. Okay, hopefully this can be stuck into your mind, please. Mr. Omar Said. Yes, yeah, Dr. Omar. Tell me which question you had a problem with.
Yes, miss. Problem number 8.
Number 8.
Yeah.
Okay, this one, dear.
Yes.
Okay, great job. Now we have the same thing, but do we have like 3-to-1 ratio according to the singular and plural forms?
No, we got the present and past.
Excellent, super excellent. You see, Omar, you see, you checked for singular and plural forms. We didn't find that. We have, yes, this is plural, this is present, but this is past. Past doesn't have singular and plural. Also here, got doesn't have singular and plural. We can say she got, they got. So no singular and plural ratio now. So it's not subject-verb agreement. When I have different tenses, that's a verb tense question. This is present, ya Omar, right?
Yeah.
And this is past. Which answer you went for?
I went for C, got.
Okay, that's past perfect. And that's past simple. And this is past progressive. Did you notice that we have 3 past choices and 1 present only?
Yeah.
This can tell you something. This can tell you it might have to do with 3-to-1, but for tenses, okay? So what shall we do? In this case, we're gonna search for an main verbs in the context. Okay, look at this sentence. That's the sentence that has what? The blank, right?
Yeah.
Can you read it?
When such an eclipse is the
Imminent.
imminent, the Sherpas pack up their telescopes and ready.
Okay, can you tell me where are the main verbs here? When such an eclipse, that's the subject. What is its verb?
Imminent.
Imminent is an adjective. Imminent means about to happen. Is. Why don't you see is? You don't
Yeah.
like is?
Just
Is the verb, right? In which tense is this verb?
present.
Present, excellent. The Sherpas pack up. Okay, pack up their telescopes. That's the subject, and pack, that's the verb. In which tense?
Present.
Present. So why did you go for past? Okay, the same, يعني we have to keep the same what? The same tense, as long as there is no keyword that can refer to the past. So letter A is, and notice that we have and as well. Okay? Even if we didn't have and, all the main verbs are in the present. Why would we go for past? Okay, you can go for past if you find مثلا at the end of the text or at the end of the sentence something that can refer to the past. Yeah, we can give you an excuse in this case. Is it clear, ya Omar?
Yeah.
Okay, great job. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
We can go for Basmala.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, which question you had a problem with?
Question number 6.
Question number 6, right?
Yes.
Okay, that is the one.
Yes.
Is it subject-verb agreement, like you have singular and plural 3-to-1?
No.
No, because had is neither singular nor plural. So for everyone, for every noun or pronoun. Also, will is not singular or plural. It's not a subject-verb agreement. It is a verb tense, right?
Yes.
Have you seen this one, dear? By the end of 1990s. Isn't that past?
Yes.
Pure past? So which answer you went for?
A.
You went for A. The point with A is that it started in the past, but is related to the present. Do you have any present, anything that can refer to the present here in this sentence?
No.
No. So even this tense is called the present perfect. Present perfect. Here it's pure past, right, dear?
Yes.
So the only thing that goes with the past is had doubled. Hopefully this makes sense to you, ya Basmal. Thank you for asking. Let me go for Faris. Yes, ya Faris. Faris, do you have a question? Okay, Noor. Yes, Noor.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Uh,
I unmuted Noor instead of Faris. I'm so sorry, Faris. Prepare your question after Noor's. Yes, Noor, what's your question?
I actually have two questions. 13 and 14. That's it.
Okay, thank you so much, ya Noor, but don't mute your mic, honey. Okay,
Okay.
are you still with me?
Yes.
Okay, so this is 13. And here, do you have singular plural thingy? Like 3
Uh,
to 1, singular and plural?
no.
No, we have singular here, yes, present, but we have past here, so it's not singular or plural. We have to tell. So I have to tell, that's finite or non-finite?
I don't know.
Listen, finite is a verb that has a tense, that tells you, that has a tense, that makes a main verb. So this is finite. You didn't study the previous session or what?
No, I did,
You
but I
did?
forgot.
Okay. So finite, he tells, so it makes a main verb and it gives a tense. So it's finite. Told, he told, yes, it makes a main verb and it gives a tense. He is telling, yes, that makes a main verb and gives a tense. So all of them are finite. Like, can I say he to tell?
No.
No, this is non-finite because it doesn't give me a main tense, a main verb, and doesn't give me a tense. It's infinitive, okay? To tell. Now, let's read. Okay, can you read, Yanur?
Okay. In the historical novel The Surrender Tree, Cuban-American author Margarita Engel uses poetry rather than prose to
Okay,
tell
yes, dear. To tell, okay, complete.
the true story of Cuban folk hero Rosa La
Whatever. Okay, now let's see. Whenever you read a sentence, dear, assign its subject. You must do. Assign its subject and main verb. Can you tell me where is the subject here and its main verb? This part is a prepositional phrase, okay? And
Yes.
so you will not expect to find any subject or verb in this part. It's a
Yes.
prepositional phrase, useless. Act as if you don't see this green part at all. And if it's, it's even set off by a comma. Yani as if we're saying it's not important. Now, after the comma, starts our main independent clause. Where is the subject here?
The name of the author.
Yes, dear. So the name of the author Okay, that's the subject. What is its verb?
Uses.
Excellent. Ya salam. Excellent. So here subject. And here, that's, oh, wait, it's too big. Okay, this is the subject. And this is its verb, main verb. Okay, nice. Let's go for subject and verb and the rest of the sentence. Margarita uses poetry rather than prose. Huh? Do I need a main verb? Because all of these finite forms are main verbs. They need a subject. Do you find a subject for them? Here?
No.
No. She uses poetry, not prose, to tell. Because I don't have we don't have a subject. So to tell doesn't need a subject. Okay. Doesn't need a subject, doesn't make a main verb. We don't need a main verb because the main verb is already written here, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's why to tell is the best answer. Now, number 14. Another verb tense question. No, it's yeah, this is finite, non-finite. Here, this is a verb tense question. Why? Why did I say it's a verb tense question?
Because there's no singular or plural.
Yes, no singular plural forms like 3 to 1. And I have different tenses, present and past. Do you recognize that we have 3 past and 1 present? So
Yes.
sometimes the 3 to 1 works also with what? With verb tense. Sometimes 3 to 1 works with what? Finite and non-finite, right?
Does this like always work?
Yeah, but it's almost in what? Almost in subject-verb agreement. But sometimes it's applied also in on verb tense questions and finite and non-finite. If we have like 3 past forms while we have 1 in the present, so we're gonna check the present first. Is it clear?
Yes.
Which answer you went for, dear?
I made it C, but now I know that I have to.
Look here.
Yes.
Look here, huh? It has to be
Yeah.
consistent with the main verbs in the context. Okay,
Yes.
so that's why we need to use the present tense.
So, yani, we always have to yani, use the 3 to 1 ratio. Does it usually work, yani?
With the subject-verb agreement, it always works so far. Okay, with verb tense and finite and non-finite forms, sometimes it works. Yani most of the time, you will not find this 3 to 1 ratio in verb tenses and finite and non-finite. You won't. Okay, most of the time you won't find this ratio, but in case it exists, it might work, yes. But when it always works with subject-verb agreement. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Anytime. Now let's go for someone else. Yes, Faris, this time. Faris, don't be mad at us. Yes.
No, it's okay. It's completely fine.
Yeah.
My question is, can I program my mind into like about figuring if the verb is finite or non-finite? Can I program it on if the verb isn't ending in ing or it isn't in the infinitive form? So can I just directly conclude that it's finite?
Listen, you mean to apply 3 to 1 when you have
No,
Wait.
not about the 3 to 1.
Yeah.
I mean, if the verb that dealing with isn't ending in ing or isn't in the infinitive form, could I conclude directly that it is finite? Or is there an exception?
Listen, I guess you didn't attend the last session, right?
No, yeah, I did attend it technically from your recording.
Okay, so the non-finite form of a verb has several, several kinds. The gerund is one of them when I have ing, but not this one, because I have a what? A helping verb before it. But if I say telling only in the choice, telling, that's finite, that's non-finite. Why? Because it doesn't give me a main tense, a main verb or a verb tense. If I say to you, Faris telling, does it make a main verb?
That is telling. It doesn't make sense actually.
Doesn't make, but when I say Faris is telling, yes, is telling what? Is telling his story and so on. As long as you can make the form of the verb can make a main verb, that's finite. Any form that doesn't give you a verb tense or doesn't change when you change the subject, so this is non-finite. Like what? Like to tell, like telling, okay? Like what? What else? Yeah, these are the three main told. Told if it's not what? Told if it's not what? If it's not written after a subject. When I say told from the third person point of view, comma, the story was interesting. So told here, did it come after a subject?
No, it acts as in a verbal phrase, I guess.
Excellent. It acts like a verbal phrase, a participial phrase. So it's not, it's non-finite now.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And all of what I'm explaining now was actually presented in the previous session. I would
Yeah,
recommend
that's right.
that you can rewatch it. Do you have any other question?
If I found these 3 to 1, could you pattern could you guarantee me that it will always work?
With
I know
singular
I know
and
in
plural, yes.
SPA it does always work, but in present and tense verbs, if I
No.
found a pattern,
If you find it, try the different one only. At least you're saving your time.
Mhm.
Try the different one only. Okay? يعني I mean, as a first step, try the different one. Okay? Instead of trying the first option, no, try the different one. Did you
yeah,
get
but
my...
I do have to check.
Yes, at the end of the day, you need to check in all cases.
Yeah. Even in
Yes,
SVP?
but it will, يعني such hacks can save your time a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Thank you, teacher.
anytime. Let's go for yes, Muhammad Amr. Yes, Muhammad Amr. Yes, Muhammad Amr, do you have a question? We can't hear you, unfortunately. Yusuf. Yes, yeah, Yusuf. Yusuf. Yusuf,
Yes, miss. Sorry.
do you have a question?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I didn't get any mistake in the homework.
Great job, mashallah.
Thank you. But really, there is one question I get it by luck.
Yes, which one?
Number 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I guess we're covering all the questions so far. Here, this one is finite
And non-finite, yeah.
non-finite. And 3 to 1. Look here. That's non-finite.
Yeah. And
Non-finite.
be
Yes.
finite.
Yes, non-finite. And here, non-finite.
Why? Just a minute. Why C is not finite? I think it's finite.
No, because it starts with having, like claiming.
Okay.
So having or claiming. Can I say Yusuf having?
No.
No, that's non-finite.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
you need here some historians, that's the subject, and the subject needs a main verb. The only finite form that can make a main verb is claim.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can you
Okay,
explain me these non-finite why?
because it's to claim. Does it give you a main, a verb, or a tense?
No, it doesn't give to me anything.
خلاص يبقى this is non-finite.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime. So I guess if you have any questions, any more questions about يعني I guess the rest يعني all of the questions that are left, we covered everything, almost everything. The rest are so easy. We covered most of them were يعني not that hard. Some of them were tricky, but يعني you guys are almost done with the first part of the session, which is the longest part, checking the homework. This is a very crucial and important step in any course. If you're not checking your homework, you're not learning. You're not learning from your mistakes. You're not, if you, the first piece of advice I would pass to you while you start, يعني, or before you start your journey with SAT, is that you need to care a lot about writing everything, recording everything, rewatching everything, asking about whatever you are unsure about. Okay, طيب. The next part or the second part of our session has to do with taking a new topic. A new topic has to do with the same domain, the fourth domain. Our topic, then after taking the new topic, you're going to be having a quiz in order to test you on all what you have learned so far with me in these sessions. Okay, so we checked the homework and now let's see our new topic, which is called modifiers. Which is called what? Modifiers. And the first thing that you need to know about modifiers is how to recognize such questions, how to recognize these questions. This is the first step to know any question type whatsoever in the English section. You must have seen that I taught you in the previous session how to recognize the subject-verb agreement question, the verb tense question, and the finite and non-finite questions. Okay, and I told you what to do as the first step. As the first step, when you're dealing with such questions, you have to, to make sure or to check the choices, whether you have singular and plural forms. If not, go for the other two topics, the verb tense, check the main verbs in the context, or any keyword that refers to a certain tense. If not, check for finite and non-finite. If you have a main subject and a main verb, you don't need any other main verbs, so you need to put a non-finite form, and so on. Now, how to recognize the modifiers questions? Let me ask one of the students. Halim, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, what's the name of our new topic?
Modifiers.
Excellent. Thank you so much. You were raising your hand. You wanted to ask about
Yeah,
something?
teacher. My question. What's a domain?
A domain, like sections, like a group. Okay, domain is like a group of skills. Is it clear? So all the question, all the English section has different questions. Okay, the English section has different types of questions, and these
Yes.
types of questions target certain skills. Each group or each similar skills, or like each group of skills, are classified according to the 4 domains. Is it clear? So
Yes,
we
thank you,
group,
teacher.
we group certain related skills under a certain domain, under certain domain. So at the end of the day, we got 4 domains gathering all the skills of the English section. Okay?
Okay. Thanks, teacher.
Anytime. So the first thing, you will find that the answer choices are longer, a little bit longer than those of the previous topics. Let me ask all of you. يعني I don't want to ask one student. On the WhatsApp group, please, on whatever WhatsApp group you are in, if you're not able to join the one I sent, in the WhatsApp group, I want everyone to respond to my question now. What were the names, or what are the names of the previous topics that we studied together? What are the names of the previous topics that we studied together? Because here I'm telling you that the modifiers will have longer answer choices than the answer choices of the previous topics. Excellent, super excellent, mashallah. They started writing, mashallah. Subject-verb agreement, finite and non-finite, a verb tense. Excellent, mashallah. You are very, very great students, mashallah. طيب. As you have seen, as you have just seen, that the answer choices of the subject-verb agreement, verb tense, finite and non-finite were short. They were having two word choices or one word choice. Okay, يعني one word in each choice. You might find one verb, one word acting like a verb, or a verb phrase containing two words. Okay, but the modifiers will have longer answer choices. That's one. يبقى all these topics belong to the same domain, but the modifier topic has longer answer choices. You will not find one word answer choice or two word answer choices, no. Okay, طيب, what else, ya teacher? You will find that the choices have almost the same elements but in a different order. What's that? The answer choices have almost the same elements, but in a different order. Again, take a screenshot and send it. I will, can you please take a screenshot of this one? And then this one. And then this one. Okay, and send them to the groups, please, so that everyone can make sure they read each tip very well. The answer choices have almost the same elements, but in a different order. Can you show us, ya teacher, so that we can make sure that we understand what you're saying? Definitely, I can show you. Just a second. Look here, this book has, like the tests that the College Board, released for you to practice on. Usually in any module or in any test, you will find that the grammar questions that we're dealing with will be found in the second half of each module. Yani if each module has 27 questions, you will start finding the grammar questions after the first 13, 14, 15 questions. Here, for example, that's a punctuation question because we have different punctuation marks. That's a pronoun question because we have different pronouns. The same here, different pronouns, that's a pronoun question. Punctuation question. Punctuation question. This is our friend This belongs to one of the topics we were discussing. Claiming, claim, having claim, to claim. This is finite and non-finite. Pronoun. Let's go. Here. This also verb form, you know, like subject-verb agreement, okay? Because we have 3 to 1. Singular, plural, plural, plural. So 3 to 1. Look here. Look at this one. Look at number 28, please. The answer choices are longer a little bit than the what? The answer choices of the verb forms. Okay, nice. Type. Does every answer choice have this almost the same elements but in a different order? Let me see. Let me see. Yahya, can you see that, ya Yahya?
Yes.
Henry comes here at the beginning. Where is Henry here in the second choice?
That's the third.
Yeah, in the middle, almost in the middle. And here, Henry's reign, I put an apostrophe. It's no longer Henry now. It's Henry's reign. Henry is written here, so it didn't start that choice, didn't come at the beginning. Resumed is here, then here, here, here. Reign is here, reign is here, reign is here, and rain is here. So almost all the choices have almost the same elements, but in a different order. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When can I find this?
Do you have a question, Yahya?
Where can I find this PDF?
I can send it, don't worry. But
Okay.
يعني it's very advanced. يعني you will need to take the topics, يعني many topics for you to start answering all the questions here. But anyways, I can send you this PDF to keep it for yourself. At least you can answer the questions related to the topics we took in the sessions. Okay? Okay, dear. طيب, what else, ya teacher? You will notice something else. Look here. You will notice that the sentence that has the blank, that's the sentence that has the blank, will start with an introductory part that is separated by a comma from the blank. شايفين? So upon recovering 2 years later, this is an introductory part. Okay, so the sentence that has the blank starts with what? Starts with an introductory part, an introductory phrase, an introductory clause, separated by a comma from the blank. Okay, so this is another tip. Teacher, can you write it for us? Yes, definitely. The statement or the sentence, can you write it, please? The sentence that has the blank starts with an introductory phrase or an introductory portion. I would write portion because sometimes it can be a phrase or a clause that is separated or that is set off by a comma, from the what? From the blank. Okay, from the blank. طيب, okay, nice. And this introductory part must be related, and this, let me complete, and this introductory phrase must be referring to the subject in the best answer choice. Okay. What does this mean, ya teacher? What does this mean? It's so hard. No, it's not so hard. Just concentrate. This introductory part must be referring to the subject in the best answer choice. What is the subject here in letter A? I need someone to help me. Abdurrahman Ahmad Saleh. Can you unmute your mic? Abdurrahman, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. What is the subject in the first choice?
Henry.
Excellent. طيب read كده. Upon recovering 2 years later. If you don't
Upon
know,
recover. Yes.
do you know the meaning of recovering?
Coming back.
Yeah,
bringing back.
regains. Yeah, regains one's health. Okay. طب if I fail to understand the word recovering, I can read, no problem. I can skim this part. It will enhance my understanding. So I will read. Can you read it?
In 1453, English King Henry VI became unfit to rule after falling gravely ill. As a result.
So this guy or this king fell like ill,
yes.
right? So you came to know that recovering means to regain his health back. يخف يعني, okay?
Yes.
So upon recovering 2 years later, so this part, ya Dr. Abdurrahman, this part must refer to the subject of your best answer.
Yes.
Can I tell you, upon recovering 2 years later, can this be related to Henry?
Yes, I think.
Yes, exactly. So letter A can be the correct answer. Since we see that the phrase is related to Henry. Henry can recover or could have recovered 2 years later. Okay, type, can you try B?
The reign of Henry resumed. It's not true because
Reign,
Henry,
do you know the meaning of reign?
I know it, but I cannot explain it.
Okay, the ruling. يعني الحكم.
Yes.
Okay, the
Yes,
ruling. Yes, the ruling of Henry resumed. حكم الملك Henry resumed, continued. So can the reign, this is the subject, right?
Yes.
Can the reign be recovered 2 years later?
No.
No, of course, we need someone to, we need a person. طيب, letter C, what is the subject in letter C? Henry's reign resumed.
The reign.
Reign also, because apostrophe S means it's an adjective for reign. This is an adjective for reign. So Henry's reign. Don't assume that this is Henry. No. When I say Abdurrahman's book is on the table, do I mean that Abdurrahman is on the table or Abdurrahman's book, the book is on the table?
The book is on the table.
Excellent. That's why Henry's reign resumed. This is the reign. Reign means the ruling. So definitely the reign will not be recovered 2 years later. طيب, where is the subject here, dear?
It was Henry who resumed his reign.
So what is the subject here for was?
It.
It can be the one who has recovered 2 years later. No, it refers to something. Henry is.
Refers to Henry.
Yes, dear. Is it easy to recognize the modifier questions?
Yes.
And to answer these questions?
Okay, yes, it's very easy.
Okay, so this is.
I have a question.
Yes, dear, you can ask.
Can you send the previous session videos recording?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Any of your friends on the, you are on which WhatsApp group?
1 minute. I don't know actually.
Can you join the one that...
It's English Set Basics Grade 10.
Yes, dear. Any of your friends on the group can be sending the session. I sent all the sessions, the 3 sessions.
Yeah, they sent it. They sent it.
Okay, thank you so much. So we're left with one more tip. So the first, this is the what, let me, this is the third tip. Okay, the sentence that has the blank starts with an introductory portion. Okay, guys, that is set off by a comma from the blank. And this introductory phrase must be referring to the subject in the best answer choice. Since we tried the subject in each answer choice and we found out that this introductory part is related to Henry, so it makes the best answer. طب what is the fourth tip, ya teacher, in order not to be tricked by such a question type? Okay. Bismillah. Be careful. Be careful when you see an apostrophe. Be careful. This is number 4. This is tip number 4. Be careful when you see an apostrophe. Why, a teacher? Because this is Henry, but this is Henry's reign. It's not Henry, it's his reign. So as if letter B and C are the same. B, the reign, and C, Henry's reign. They are the same. It's reign that is in the subject place. Okay, so we're done with the 4 tips related to the modifiers. Let me show you another question and ask you whether you're going to be able to recognize the modifier question or not. Okay? Okay, so this is module 1 in a new test. I'm going to scroll down. Okay, look at that. Wait. You can, by the way, let me tell you something about the modifier questions. You might find a whole module without a modifier question, and you might find a module with 2 modifier questions. It varies, okay? It varies. So let's go for... You must see in the question prompt the English conventions, okay? The English conventions, you see? Conventions of standard English. This means that you started seeing the grammar questions. So this is a grammar question, and we covered the topic. This topic, it's finite and non-finite, as you can see. Okay, who can tell me what is the answer in 1 second? Yalla, write on the WhatsApp group without reading. We have here a question that we are supposed to be familiar with. What can be the answer to such a question? Number 20. Excellent, excellent. That's amazing. Most of you guys chose the right answer. It's A. If you can apply the 3-to-1 thingy, but this time for finite and non-finite, I'm so proud, I swear. This is non-finite, 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 and the only one that is finite is this one, provided. Yes, so this handbook, which provided. So I need a main verb to go for which. That's amazing. Wallahi, you are great. You are great. Now let's check for a modifier question. Here we also didn't find. Okay, so we will go for... Okay, look here. what is a modifier question? Number 25 or number 27? I'm gonna follow you on the WhatsApp groups. 25 or 27? Wow. Omar Hatem, excellent. Loading, excellent. Omar Hamada, excellent. 25. Yes, Habiba, excellent. Malak Hazem, excellent. Yusuf, excellent. You are so amazing. Wallahi, you made me so proud. Shahinda, excellent. Nisma, Basmala, Dua, all of you guys. John, okay, all of you. And Nana, all of you are excellent, super excellent. Yes. Let me choose a volunteer. This is gonna be our our question for you to answer. Let me go for Tariq. Tariq. How are you, Tariq?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm good.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So your friends said that 25 is a modifier question. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
You agree. Okay, dear. Which grade are you in?
I'm going on to 10th grade.
Okay, great job. Which school, dear?
Nasr School,
Okay,
International School.
welcome to our session. Now, can we review together the tips that we said just to make sure that the question is really a modifier question? And please don't mute your mic.
Yeah, sorry, I
Okay,
don't know.
no problem. So this one, does the sentence start with an introductory part that is set off by a comma from the blank?
Yeah,
Excellent,
it seems like.
excellent. The answer choices almost have the same elements, but in a different
Yeah,
order.
yes.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. And yes, and the answer choices are longer if compared to the other topics that we studied.
Yeah, it seems like they're longer
Excellent. Thank you so
sentences.
much. Type. Continue, please, with me. Can you read this green part and try
Yes.
to relate it to the best subject from the best answer choice?
Since uncovering fragments of a 2,000-year-old reindeer training harness in northern Siberia, blank may have begun much earlier.
Okay, so since uncovering fragments, who's supposed to be uncovering the fragments of a 2,000-year-old reindeer, okay, training harness in northern Siberia? Is
No,
Res-
the domestication.
okay, researcher Robert Losey has argued that domestication may have begun much earlier, or researcher Robert Losey's argument. So be careful when you have an apostrophe. So what is the subject here? Can you tell me the subject in letter A?
Letter A is Robert Losey, and B is the argument.
Excellent. That's the subject. That's the subject. The argument is the subject. Now, letter C,
Yeah, domestication.
that's the subject, right?
Yeah,
Okay, letter D,
the argument researcher.
the
Argument
argument.
researcher. Yeah, argument.
Yes, the
No, it's
argument.
the argument researcher. Yeah, the argument. Yeah, it's the argument.
Yes, the argument that he has made. Okay, the argument that he has made. طيب.
Yeah.
Okay, so ask yourself regarding this introductory part. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's supposed to be uncovering? Uncover means what?
Uncover means revealing.
Excellent. Revealing. Excellent. Or discovering, right?
Yes, discovering, revealing.
Excellent. Amazing. Who's supposed to be discovering and revealing anything about a certain fossil or a certain plant or whatever? Who's supposed to be? Is
The
it the
process of
domestication?
it's the domestication.
Okay, domestication, yes. Domestication is, like uncovering fragments.
Domestication is the process.
Okay, yes, but who's supposed to be uncovering the fragments that are related to the process?
Since uncovering fragments of 2,000-year-old, is it Robert Losey or is it the domestication?
Okay, can we read from the beginning? Based on genetic evidence, archaeologists have
Just-
generally agreed that reindeer domestication began in the 11th century CE. So who had agreed? The archaeologists.
The archaeologists.
Yes, that domestication began, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So here, since uncovering fragments of whatever, okay, researcher Robert Losey has argued that domestication may have begun much earlier, or domestication researcher Robert Losey has argued.
Let me think a little bit.
Yeah, you have to relate the uncovering the process
Uncovering
to the best answer choice. To the
uncovering fragments. C. Domestication.
Okay, thank you so much, ya Tariq. I'm gonna go for another.
Is it true?
I will tell you. I'll tell you now.
Yeah.
Listen, in order to, I will listen to another point of view because I can see that some of you answered differently. We can go for Yusuf Magdi. Yusuf Magdi, did I unmute your mic or is it someone else? I don't know. Yusuf Magdi.
Yes, miss.
Yes, dear. Do you agree with your friend? It's C?
No, because the domesticated cannot uncover the fragments. It should be researcher. So it's A.
So you went for A, right? So now we have two different points of view, A and C. Researcher is the one who can discover and reveal, or domestication is the one that can uncover or discover the fragments of a 2,000-year-old reindeer. طيب. طبعا I will let you know the answer now, okay? But through what? Through showing you how to use this PDF. This PDF has 4 tests. Each test has 2 modules. Our question is in which module? In module 2. Okay, right after each module or after the 2 modules, you will find the answer key. Okay, but you need to make sure that you are dealing with which question. This is 25 in module 2. Okay, 25 in module 2. You will find all the answer in case you want to practice. You will find the answer choice, the answer key written for you after each test. But these are the answers of module 1. Take care. So when you keep checking for number 25, مثلا, you will go number 25. This is module 1, not module 2. No, we need to scroll down to go for module 2. Now we started module 2. So we will go for number 25. I'm showing you how to make sure about your answer. Okay, if you're trying yourself answering the question. So this is number 25 and the choice is A. Why? Because it's Robert Losey, okay, who can discover, it's the researcher who can discover or who can realize and uncover the fragments of whatever we were reading about. Okay, guys, so hopefully Tariq, you can take يعني or be more careful when reading the subject and relating it to the action or the verb that is written in the introductory part. Definitely, Robert Losey is the one who uncovered the fragments of a 2,000-year-old reindeer training the harness in a northern Siberia. So he has argued that domestication may, you see, domestication is written here. Domestication may have begun much earlier, but I must start my sentence with the subject that goes and is consistent with uncovering or discovering the fragments. So hopefully, yeah, Tariq, you noticed the difference between your answer C and our answer A. طبعا you can eliminate B and D immediately because they are almost the same, argument and argument. So definitely none of them will be discover or uncovering the fragments. Okay, now you need to memorize the tips related to the modifier questions, please, because this is so important. Now we came to the last part of our session, the part when you need to respond to a test to see whether or not you'll be able to answer correctly and get your scores after finishing the test. Okay, so I'm gonna pass the test now. Okay, yeah, Karim, Karim, are you still with me?
Yes.
Yes, dear. I'm gonna send the link, okay, on the WhatsApp group, one of the groups, yani, and you can pass it here in the chat box. Listen, guys, take this quiz, please.
Okay, تمام.
Okay, and you pass it here in the chat box. For you to take it, I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to answer this quiz. 10 minutes. You have to start now. We're gonna start 8. Yeah, let me set the time for you. 10 minutes. Yes, start.